I have on a patch. I've been doing really good. I haven't been smoking. Sometimes. Sometimes you want to. My lettuce is all wilted. That's not good. Hot honey chicken. Hello? I'm starving. Cherries. Protein. Protein. Bread. Chicken. Lettuce. I don't have no napkin. Oh, and I got this avocado too. I could have swore I had some Duke's mayonnaise. Now I can't find it. First of all, I gotta put my hair up. It's in my face and it's aggravating me really bad. Clip. Clip. Second of all, I had a packet of Duke's mayonnaise and now I can't find it. And I want it for my sandwich. I need a knife. I really wish I had some salt and pepper, but I forgot it. So it's okay. Lord, that was a hassle just getting all this out. And my hair is still doing what hair does. So I'm just going to put this on the outside. I did toast this, but it's like lightly toasted now. Avocado. It's got a bad spot. Cut that off. Ah! I dropped it on my thigh. Bad part. Avocado pit. Can't eat all that, Helm. That's just too much, homie. Too much. And I ain't got no salt or pepper for it neither. It's a lot. Dang it, I got a hair in my face, y'all. Avocado on my hand, hair in my face. The struggle be real. Let that dry. Alright, let me even get this stuff out. This picnic table is at an incline. Avocado on my sandwich. And I'm actually gonna put that mayonnaise right on top so it's not too dry. And I got 2 packets. My hair, y'all, somebody hand me the clippers right now. I'm about to pull an 07. Brittany, dollop, get on. We don't like no dry chicken around here. All right. Chicken, the Chinese chicken. This is rotisserie chicken with honey and spices. Hot honey chicken. It's got spices on it. You see it? You see the spices? We like the skin for a little flavor when we eat the sandwiches. More chicken. You never have too much chicken. More mayonnaise. Dukes. We don't like no dry chicken. We don't want to choke and die. We like our shit fried with seasoning. How much? Season till your ancestors tell you to stop. That's how much. Spinach. Delicious. Oh, I can't wait to jump in that comment section and start blocking people. I know I need to. Lots of lettuce. Spinach. Is it considered a lettuce, right? I would assume so. It's green. It grows out the ground. I can't get it to set up right. Will you stop? I'm trying to make my sandwich and you bothering me and I got the hiccups. Okay, sandwich. Squish it down. Thank Jesus. Come, Lord Jesus, be our guest, and with this food, let us be blessed. Amen. Thank God. Get off my... Did y'all see that fly land on my sandwich? I can't have nothing. Y'all see him? I was praying. I had my eyes closed. And he went in when he saw my eyes was closed. I looked up from praying to the Lord, and there was a fly on my sandwich. Chicken Sammy with avocado. I swear to God, y'all. A big sandwich. A little dry. A lot of dry. I don't need your crusted bread. Get on. Avocado, spinach, chicken, hot honey. Protein. Nitro chocolate. Y'all, I barely worked out. Like, I did a little something. But for some reason, I'm just not back into the swing of everything yet. I go through these moods because of my period. I can't get in the swing of things. I don't need your rocking chair. Go on, man. Chocolate protein. I put a little bit too much milk in there, water, whatever. That hot honey is so good. The avocado and the mayonnaise and everything is really good together. Trash. Oh, hold on, honey. You done fell down the darn steps and smashed your face. Are you okay? You still got all your teeth? Yo, I think it's the heat. I think it's the heat that's getting to me. Seriously, I think I need more water. God, my hair is really getting on my nerves. You know, Fatty probably needs to run. I ain't ran since I left Jacksonville. No wonder I feel like crap. Yes, it's that serious. Yes. Oh, God, y'all. Cool. I ain't supposed to be eating bread, no ways, but I need the carbs. Cherries. Man, that's a big one. They have a pit, though. My hair. Protein. Heard. I ain't even did nothing yet. I mean, I have, but and more than most people, but I feel like I haven't done nothing. Anyone caught lying will be blocked. Y'all are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You ought to burn in hell for lying on me. Seriously, you ought to burn in hell. Sitting here talking about I ain't fucking homeless. Anybody that even has that thought that goes through their head, you deserve to burn in hell. I've lost everything because of people just like you. If y'all don't get the fuck on with your drama, I'll cut the comment section off. How about that? Coming over here trying to fuck up my lunch because you hate yourself. Girl, if you don't get the hell out of here with your buffoonery, I see right through you. Right through you. Who all do I need to block? Yeah, it's my favorite button. It's my favorite button. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you, Jason. Hey, Flutterby. If I've already blocked you once and then you make another account and then you come back and I find out it's a fake account, I'll block you again. You are the definition of a stalker. If I've already blocked you and I said that I don't want you on my page and then you find out how to come back to my page, you are a stalker. Let me tell y'all something. Not once have I ever went and looked up an ex's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. That's stalking. Mind your business, stay in your lane. He broke up with you for a reason. Jesus Christ. Hey, Iraq. I mean, it's really crazy. And then new followers don't know what the hell's going on, so let me fill you in. I've been stalked, harassed, gang stalked, had my tires slashed, lost my truck, got fired from my job, and had to drop out of school because of all of the hate from the internet. So now I'm homeless. Live on the streets. I've slept right there before. Sure have. Multiple times. I've literally lost everything because of people who hate themselves. That is the only reason that anyone would be out here trying to mess with a homeless woman. Especially a good homeless woman. Like, I'm not one of them meth head, drug using, crazy homeless women. Like, I'm actually one of the kindest people that you could ever meet. If you'll let me be nice. My attitude depends on yours. You ain't gonna come around here acting stupid and think that I'm gonna accept that. Absolutely not. Yeah, people from the internet called and got me fired from my job. Flooded my jobs, Google reviews, Facebook page, all of that with fake lying. They lied. They said that I sold drugs from behind the bar. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Imagine you're about to be bar manager. You're about to get a promotion after 6 days of working. You work so good that they're going to make you bar manager. They clear the schedule. They fire bartenders, and they tell you that you're going to run the hookah lounge by yourself. And then they call you in. They pay you, and they let you go on the spot, and told me that I was fired because they had gotten nonstop harassment from my stalkers. I have a list of stalkers on this channel. I have people that steal my content, try to ride off my coattails, and try to make a name off of my name. It's been going on for years. YouTube does not help creators with this problem. YouTube, in my opinion, they aid in this bad behavior for clicks and views. Fuck my life. You know, screw the fact that I lost my car over this. Screw the fact that I had to drop out of school over this. Screw the fact that I lost my job. It's crazy. So now I'm homeless. Not my fault. Not my fault at all. Just like the whole reason that I'm out here is not my fault. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, it's crazy. And then people want to come here now and say that I'm lying about being homeless. No, the fuck you won't. No, the fuck you won't. And I'm probably going to be homeless for the next 10 years. I make just enough money from YouTube to buy groceries. I can't control it. What do they want me to do? First you say I'm a bum when I spend 2 years working my ass off. All of that's recorded. First you call me a bum, then you call and get me fired from my part-time job. Call and have me arrested for things that I didn't do. Took 9 months to get those charges dismissed. Yes, it's everyone else that's done this to me. Yes. As much as I would like to say, oh God, it was drinking and drugging, or oh God, I did something to entice those bitches at Planet Fitness to lie on me, or I did something to piss the trolls off, which was my fault that they called my job. I wish that I could say that any of this was my fault, but the fact is it's not. And no one is going to come here and gaslight me. Shit's wild. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great Friday. It's absolute madness. You know, the crazy thing is I showcase my life. I tell y'all everything. And I have been open about everything. You don't really see creators doing that. I'm sick of not getting the grace I should receive. I've took more accountability than any other person on this fucking platform since it was invented. And I'm sick of people coming here trying to troll my account. Because they can't take accountability themselves. People keep bringing up a criminal charge from 2009. How many years am I to be punished for a crime that I spent 5 years in prison for? Maximum security women's prison. I done my time back in 2009. But the internet is stuck in the past, just like most people are. And they don't want to get over it. It's crazy. Dan! Is that McCurt? What if we play a game where I just butcher everybody's name? Let's play the name butcher game. The internet is how I eat, you dumbass. See what I'm saying? People are jealous of this small success, and they think that I make all of the, like, first they think that I make all of this money, and second, people are so dumb, they think that the cure to my problems is to get off the internet. I'm going to be on the internet for the rest of my life. I will make millions of dollars off the internet one day. And matter of fact, not only will I make millions, I'm going to help other people get out of homelessness, drug addiction, and horrible situations with the millions that I make. I've said that time and time again. So if you don't understand what I'm doing here, let me inform you that I'm going to struggle for the next 5 to 10 years homeless. And once I make it off the streets and I have all my social media up, I'm going to spend all my millions helping other people and helping them get the skills and the education they need to also become stable. Okay? Thank you. Is that my works? Oh, Lord, have mercy. I mean, it's really crazy that people are still over here talking about stupid stuff. You know, it really is. Something that happened 20 years ago. It's like, God, dude. And you know, and the fact is nobody looks at those big accomplishments, like that whole Planet Fitness situation. I didn't deserve any of that. Those bitches knew I had a channel, and they were nitpicking with me, and it was a personal vendetta against me because I had a YouTube channel. That's what we know now. 10, 11 months later, that's what we know now, is that it was a personal attack, and they knew exactly who I was, and they'd actually been watching my channel. So they knew I was homeless. They knew I was struggling. They knew that I went to West Virginia for work. And as soon as I come back, they singled me out and started a fight in the middle of the Planet Fitness. Let me tell y'all something. I know that y'all don't know, but my criminal record, I've released on here. There's actually a video where you and I actually go through and we look at my entire criminal record. If it would have been 10 years prior, those women would have been leaving out of there on a life flight, on a helicopter life flight. The fact that I walked away from that gym and did not kill anybody is huge for me. It is. It is. That's huge. That was a major step. Walking away, turning the other cheek, knowing that I was being discriminated against because I had a YouTube channel. I thought that I was being discriminated against because I was homeless. That was a factor. You know, I get no credit. None. I'm a convicted felon. I stabbed 2 people. Not proud of that. But that's how I used to handle these types of situations. Okay? So the fact that I turned my ass around and I walked out of that Planet Fitness when those women were trying to bait me, because that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to bait me. It's a miracle. Not one person said, oh, Brooke, you walked away. You did the right thing. No, no, no. The internet just wanted to focus on the curse words I'd use. Calling people fat, because they were. That one girl's big as hell. So, it's okay for someone to use their power and position to discriminate against a homeless person. But Lord forbid I call somebody a fat fuck. And people say I'm crazy. I ain't that crazy. Or evil. Because that's evil. I lost my truck over the situation, like I said was going to happen. For 6 months, I said, you guys, I'm going to lose my truck over this. And what happened? I lost my truck over it. Anyone using my captive name will be blocked. Anyone coming to name drop will be blocked. Anyone talking about drama will be blocked. Anyone sexually harassing me will be blocked. Anyone acting like a child will be blocked. Anyone not listening will be blocked. No, it's not okay to be gay. You'll burn in hell. I don't make the rules. God did. I used to be gay, so speaking from experience. And hell, I ain't gonna lie though. Seriously, my 2 girlfriends that I had were probably some of the best relationships. I wouldn't say healthy, but more functional than with men. I guess we were just on the same wavelengths. But you will burn in hell. Did y'all see them preachers that got in trouble? Who was that? It was some celebrity preacher couple. Who was the celebrity preachers that had the gay people on their show? Who was that? Does anybody know? I have a job. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for paying my bills. Thank you. Which ain't much now because y'all done got everything taken from me. So you should be happy that I'm going to be able to, like, you know, buy me a new car. It might take me 5-10 years. But, you know. I have cherries in my teeth. This channel is about me. Thank you for supporting my channel. Maybe you can go find your personality and you can open a channel too. And why do you think you have the right to ask me a question? Why do you think you have the right to ask me a question? What is wrong with you? Didn't your mother tell you you're not supposed to talk to strangers? Y'all are dense. I feel bad for y'all. It's sad. Y'all see how my chat, how dense and dumb? I literally have the worst chat. The worst. You know? I work on YouTube. I make money from YouTube. Thanks for asking. Thanks for supporting my channel. My haters are my motivators. Hey, loyalty. Excuse me. I don't know why my messages weren't working. Oh, I told you that this picnic table is on an incline. Oh. Anyone talking about sobriety that does not know me will be blocked. Just because you do drugs doesn't mean that I do drugs, sweetie. Anyone focused on nothing. I mean, y'all wonder, I'm going to go through and I'm going to tell y'all why I block people. I'll tell you. So the first one is from some guy named Tony. He's attractive. I said Tony's immature and needs to get missing, because if that's the only thing that comes to your mind as I am talking about the world being on fire and helping people, I don't need you here. You're a waste of space. So Tony's blocked, because all that's on his mind is how pretty I am, not about what's important. Let's see here. Well, if it's in another language, I automatically block, because, I mean, common sense, you know. And I'm trying to show your message, Mr. Enigma. I didn't block that. YouTube, anything that supports me, anything that's kind, YouTube blocks it. Because, you know, welcome to YouTube, where they literally fight against their creators. Anyone that thinks that they can ask me a question will be blocked. I'm not. Anyone being a hater because they're attracted to me and jealous will be blocked. Tony's blind. Oh, what are you trying to say? I love that someone who does not even have a profile picture wants to come and talk shit to someone who looks 10 times better than they'll ever. That's why you come and you feel entitled to say it, because you know that I would never touch your penis. And it makes you feel some type of way. And then you get vindictive and you think that you can jump in the comment section and try to cut me down. Little do you know I have more confidence than any motherfucker that walks on this earth. Y'all really be trying to come and talk about a bitch's hair and talk about a bitch's skin and talk about a bitch's eyes. And I am literally homeless. Do you know how big of a piece of a shit you gotta be to be out here talking shit to a homeless woman, first of all, who's done nothing but help people her entire life? Time will tell. Pay attention. These fuckers are evil. And they're butthurt that I don't have an OnlyFans. Listen, I don't make the rules, honey. So when I first opened this channel 2 years ago, all these guys would come and say all this sweet shit, and then they would ask for my OnlyFans. Y'all know that I don't believe in that type of degeneracy, because that's what that is. Any and every girl that has an OnlyFans is being degenerate and exploited. And they fell for it, the lie of a few $100s a month to sell their souls. We don't promote degeneracy around here. That's one of the reasons that people have a huge problem with me, is that we're actually rational, logical, and we don't live in Delulu land over here. So they're all asking me for my OnlyFans. And when I started talking down on OnlyFans is really around the same time that I started having a problem. See, when I first opened the channel, I was dancing. I was trying to get out of dancing, which is why part of the reason I opened the channel. So I never posted any dancing videos or anything like that, because I would never do that, right? The moment they found out that I didn't have an OnlyFans, that I was not going to promote that type of degeneracy, and that I was trying to step away from sex work, was the moment that I started getting bullied, and it never stopped. Now, all of these men who hate themselves and they're not happy with themselves and nobody will touch their penis because they don't know how to communicate with women, they decide to come and jump in my comment section trying to tear me down. And I think that it's humorous. I really do. It goes to show how people are suffering out here psychologically, mentally. You have no right as a man or a woman to ask anyone's location on YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, your mama's front porch. I don't care. You do not ask strangers personal questions. You don't ask their location. You don't ask them about their finances. Even if they make money off the fucking internet, it's not your business, Susan. The reason I have problems is because people are not respectful. I'm not the problem. For a long time, I thought I was. And society had me gaslit. I expect too much for people to respect themselves and respect me. I expect too much for people to lie, not lie to me and tell me shit straight. I expect too much to pay for a service and expect that person that sold the service to do their job properly. I expect too much to get service with a smile when I'm paying $15 for a damn combo from McDonald's. I expect too much wanting to see people return the buggy. I'm not the problem. Society does not respect themselves at all. And it shows when they jump in my comment section. Because the only reason that a person has to spread hate is if they hate themselves. That is a proven psychological fact. Self-hatred, miserable. They're one and the same. Self-hatred leads to people being miserable. And then they jump in the comment section and they want to run their mouth to a homeless woman who's doing nothing more than trying to help people. And then they want to come here and say, oh, what's this channel about? What's going on? Anyone that jumps in this comment section saying that gets blocked immediately, because I know that it's a child. Only a child, a juvenile, a tween would jump in that comment section saying, hey, what's going on here? And it's simply somebody looking for a response because they want attention because their mama and daddy doesn't hug them enough. Basic shit. Also, we don't do retracted messages. Anything that is a lie, I'm going to block it immediately. If you come over here acting like you know me, no you don't, you'll get blocked. I'm looking for adults, like-minded adults that are rational, reasonable, conservative. There's two genders. Get over it. Bye. First comment said, I'm not mature enough to be here. Please block me. So I did. Ain't it sad we live in a world where children have access to the internet when they shouldn't in adult spaces? Those are children, let me be clear. 100%, yes. Yes. Children. It'll only get worse. It'll only get worse. Hello, Manic. Mandy. Anyone talking about drugs will be blocked. The only time we talk about drugs on this channel is when we're talking about reform. Hey, Summer. One of the things that we do on this channel is talk about recovery on this channel. We gear people towards recovery and staying away from drugs, and I'm actually one of the few people that actually give proper advice on addiction recovery. Anyone that's talking about drugs in a different light will be blocked. The only time we mention drugs on this channel is when we're advising people to get clean and how to stay clean. And I'm actually one of the few people on the entire planet that actually know how to do that in the proper way. Yes, you heard me. Above doctors. Yeah. Yep. You heard me. You heard me. I said it right. Completely. Did not fuck up a word. No regrets. I have all the answers. I could help millions of people stay clean for the rest of their lives if society would let me. But hospitals don't want to do that. They do not want to do that at all because it is a revolving door of money. They need those patients to relapse so that they can make more money, you know? So that's why nobody's getting clean. If you want to know why nobody's getting clean, why drug addicts are not being helped, it's because they need drug addicts to relapse so that they can make money off of them in the future. And I'll debate somebody on that if y'all want to have a debate. Nobody ever wants to do that, though. If you don't know what's going on, Ron, you should have played the first 46 minutes back, checked it out, and then, yeah. Self-discipline. I mean, it's as simple as, do you want to die or do you want to live? Because the choice is yours. Do you want to live in insanity? Or do you want to stay clean? Happy Friday! I mean, it's not really about discipline. Recovery is not about discipline. It's about doing it. You can't be around people, places, and things, people that are drugs, you know? It's not about discipline. It's not about your ability to, like, say no. It's about your ability to survive. Do you want to live or do you want to die? It's not about discipline. It's about making the choice to live. Discipline makes it sound like you can restrict yourself in certain manners to stay clean in certain environments, and that's not the case. You're going to end up dead. There is no discipline when it comes to recovery. It's a choice to stay clean or a choice to die. Having discipline is going to lead to people, places, and things. Thinking that you have control over your addiction is going to lead to people, places, and things. More specifically, drugs, jails, institutions, and death. It's not about discipline. Staying clean is not about discipline. It's about making an honest effort to survive and wanting to survive. Discipline. That's like saying, oh, if I can stay strong enough and have enough willpower, I can go live with my roommate when I get out of rehab, and you know that roommate has a drug problem. And you think that you can be disciplined enough to stay away from them and their problem. That's insanity. That's doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. That's insanity. You wouldn't be able to move back in that house. And see, this is why rehabs don't work. Because the rehab's not going to tell you that. No. They need you to come back so they can milk your insurance some more. The rehab would never tell you, oh, don't move in with your mama and daddy, they have a drug problem. And that's the problem. That's why rehabs don't work. That's why addiction services are down. Because for those that don't know, clinical psychologists, most of them are leftist, okay? So they believe in leftist propaganda. They believe in gentle justice. They believe in medication, pills, antipsychotics, stuff like that, instead of addressing the trauma, addressing the problem, and going straight through it like we're supposed to do. Most clinical psychologists, therapists, they're leftist. And so this makes it very difficult. Very, very difficult. The system is completely broken. And in order to fix it, it would take money and actual medical care that patients don't receive. What BS? I said most. I can prove it. Only 7% of clinical psychologists are Republicans. The other 62% are Democrats. The other small portion is independent. I rest my case, Your Honor. I literally just read a freaking article on that explains a lot, specifically gender affirming care. Crazy. Over 60%. I said, what happens? Some loser takes it personal. Anyone asking where my man is will be blocked. See, that's y'all's problem. Y'all on the internet looking for a damn wife. Weird, weird, weird. So weird. Anyone talking about drugs will be blocked. I don't smoke weed. I don't do drugs. I don't even drink alcohol. Stop projecting. Stop. I mean, I guess the way to think about it, guy, is like, if you stop now, then you'll have a future. But if you don't stop, then you're not going to have a future. You're just going to end up back on drugs. Back out on drugs in a worse situation. It'll never get better. You'll never be able to manage that demon. It'll kill you before you get any kind of pleasure from him, you know? It's just the way that it is. You're just chasing the damn dragon, and it's just the same shit that's repetitive every day, and it's never going to get better. The only way it'll get better is if you get clean. I don't know, man. I knew I wanted to be clean. I was force-fed drugs for years, so I think that my situation was different than a lot of drug addicts. I never wanted to be on drugs. I was on drugs because I was trafficked. So because I was trafficked, that's how I was even dealing with drugs. I was using drugs to deal with the sexual abuse that I was going through. It was not a personal choice. I never woke up and said, oh, I'm going to be a drug addict, or I want to do drugs. Quite the opposite. Drugs were part of my life to deal with the sexual abuse and the rape that I was going through on a bi-weekly basis for the first 20 years that I was held captive. So it's completely different for me. I think a lot of people, they fall into drugs, like they have friends that do drugs, or maybe they go to parties and they're drugs. It was not like that for me. It was not like that for me at all. I was sexually abused, and that led to drug use to hide the pain. The heroin completely numbs you out. So I knew that I wanted to be clean years before I got clean, but I continued to use drugs because the sexual abuse was continuing. At some point in like 2019, I knew I had to get clean because I was on probation, and that was from a charge from 2016, which was the last time I had any kind of criminal charge. So I knew I needed to get clean, and I'd been wanting to get clean, but I couldn't get clean. And then something happened, and in 2020, I just finally did it. Well, you know what I stopped doing? I stopped going to rehabs. You know what else I stopped doing? I stopped seeking professional help. I stopped dealing with hospitals. I stopped dealing with doctors, and I took my recovery into my own hands, if you want the damn truth. That's exactly what happened. I went to facility to facility, to rehab, and nothing worked. I took their Suboxone, I took their methadone, I did everything they told me to do, followed doctor's orders, but for some reason I couldn't get clean. And then I decided to do it on my own. And I've been clean since, with not a single problem. So it's crazy how, you know what I did? People, places, and things. That's 90% of recovery. If we could start from the ground up, focusing on patient care, getting their basic needs met, working with the family to create a support system, and then actually educating the patient on what they actually need to do to stay sober, it would work. It would work. I know it would. I know it would. You know how I know? Because most heroin addicts leave rehab before they make it over the hump. So there's a place in your recovery when you're getting off of heroin or opiates or alcohol or methamphetamine. There's a place, we call it the hump. It's usually somewhere between 7 and 10 days or 7 to 14 days after the patient starts to detox. Somewhere between that like 7 to 14 day mark, they're going to try to leave rehab. They're going to be just ready to run for the damn hills because they're detoxing. All of these drugs are coming out of their system. We could get those drugs out of their system 3 times faster. It wouldn't take 3 weeks. We could get it done in a week. But it would take money. IVs, Ensure, Gatorade, water, bedside manner that's worth a damn. Focusing on getting the patient their basic needs met. Sleep, food, rehydration. You know what they don't do when you go to rehab? any of that. None of that. You don't receive any kind of medical care on that level when you go to rehab. You receive 3 hots and a cot. There is no focus on medical care, and these people are coming off of hard drugs. Some of those meth heads, they've been out there for weeks, months. They are deranged, and they come through the doors acting deranged. And you know, in most of those facilities, you can't even get a cup to get water. Riddle me this, Batman. Imagine getting charged, your insurance getting charged $20,000, $30,000 for a month's stay at a rehab, and you could not even get a cup or a bottle of water so that you could have water on you at all times while you were in rehab. That's the level of patient care that you get at rehabs. You can't even get a glass of water, homie. There are no cups. But we want these people to get clean, and we can't even give them water. And then we wonder why they relapse. Have you ever tried to go to work on an empty stomach? You ever tried to learn something on an empty stomach? Maybe longer than just breakfast. Let's say you were doing midterms in college. You skipped breakfast, then you didn't get lunch, and then you got your test afternoon at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And you got to take your final exam with no food. Now imagine going weeks or months without a good meal. Because you're strung out on drugs. You're also not sleeping. You're erratic. Basic needs are not being met. And then you go into a rehab thinking that you're going to get some water and some food, and you're ready to focus on your recovery. And they won't let you sleep. They won't give you a cup for water. They're not even taking your vitals to make sure that you're okay, and you're coming off of alcohol, which you can die. You can also die from heroin withdrawals, and I'm sick of having this damn debate. This is why people are not recovering. People are not recovering because people simply don't want to acknowledge the problems. You can absolutely die from heroin withdrawals. And I'm sick of people saying that you can't. You can't. It would technically fall under dehydration or malnutrition. But there's people that die every day because of their heroin addiction. And you can absolutely die because you have not had water and food because you're detoxing. Some heroin addicts will go 2 weeks without food when they're coming off of heroin, opiates. The rehabs don't care. They treat them like shit. I've been in these places. I know what they have to offer, and I understand why people are not recovering. But at the same time, I want y'all to know that these hospitals, these facilities, they don't want people to recover. They need them to function for a few months, fall back down on their face, and then come back through the doors so they can make some more money off of them. They're milking insurance, they're milking federal funding, they're getting grants, they're getting donations, and no one's being helped. And when you go through these places, the last thing that is on their mind is getting the patient comfortable, meeting their basic needs, coming up with a treatment plan, finding them support in their community. None of this is addressed. None of that is done. Think about it. I mean, this is a rehab. Wouldn't you think that what they're doing is getting their basic needs met, getting them rested, getting them back on their feet, teaching them about recovery, getting them involved in NA, coming up with a treatment plan, getting their families to support them in their recovery? Wouldn't you think that that's what rehabs do? That's not what they do. And that's why people are not recovering. And that's why homelessness is getting worse. That's why crime is getting worse. I'm telling y'all, I have the answers. I could open up a rehab tomorrow and probably be one of the most successful ones in this country. It would be far different than anything anybody's ever seen. We would start with their support system. That's the hardest part. That's what nobody wants to hear. Do you want to have a sober life, functioning, stable life, and never see your family again? Or do you want to be strung out on drugs with your family that's strung out on drugs? And this is exactly why rehabs don't gear people in the right ways. Do you know how difficult that is for a lot of people? And people like me that have attachment issues, I'm like, okay, I'm going the recovery route. Screw mama, screw daddy. It's easy for me because I can't attach to people like normal people can. But most people, it would be extremely hard for them to hear, comprehend, and then put into action, exiling everyone they know from their life. But I'm here to tell you that people, places, and things are 90% of a person's recovery. If we can get that person out of that environment and into a new environment, they will succeed. If they want to be clean. If they truly want to be clean. See, that's another thing. There's different levels to sobriety. Some people are court ordered to get clean. That usually never works. Then there's other people that want to be clean. They don't want to live a life on drugs. Those are the people that I care about the most. Not saying the other ones don't matter. I'm just saying that when a person wants to be clean, they have to make that choice. You can't be forced by the court or a probation officer or your doctor to get clean. Either you want a clean life or you don't. I mean, and the way that I think about it is, like, and this is coming from a homeless person that, like, literally has lost everything. The way I still think about it is do I want to go through the absolute hell that I'm going through now, or would I like to go through this hell going through more hell? Because you know what comes with drugs. Nothing good. Nothing good. So, I guess for me, I knew I wanted to be clean. I knew that I wasn't doing drugs because I wanted to do drugs. I was doing drugs to get through the pain that I was subjected to. Don't get me wrong, I loved getting high. But I think that my circumstances to my addiction was a little bit different than most people's. I absolutely ended up on drugs because of trauma, which is most people. But most people are not going to be able to cut those ties like I did, These drug problems are getting so big that whole neighborhoods are doing drugs together nowadays, Like everybody, like literally the neighbors are doing drugs with the neighbors. Imagine going to rehab and then being told that you have to move away from your neighborhood. You would have to. You're not going to be able to stay clean. It won't happen. I don't care how much. What did that guy say earlier? Hold on. What did he say? Hold on one second. Discipline. I don't care how much discipline you have. It won't work. It won't work. Can't do that. And a recovering addict moving into a home with an active use addict, it won't work. Won't work. And a lot of these people that go to rehab, they don't have resources and they go back into that situation. Whether it's a halfway house, which, by the way, are dangerous as hell. Halfway houses are horrible fucking places. And this is why people have a problem with me. But most people ain't never been to a halfway house. I have. Several. They were all shit. It's all a joke. It's all about making money. Half the people that are in there do drugs on the side when they can get around the drug test. Don't get me started. In my opinion, it is not a good environment for addicts to be around other addicts. Maybe in a controlled environment such as NA or AA, and hell, those have their own history that's not good. I've been to NA meetings before and saw drug deals in the parking lot. So, listen. I don't know, man. I think that people, places, and things, staying away from people that you used to use drugs with, places where you used to use drugs or buy drugs, and things that remind you of drugs, and triggers that can trigger you to go back to drug use. When you get around old people, places, and things, you're going right back down the same path you've already been down. I guess it was easy for me because I knew I wanted to get clean, and I, somewhere along the line, heard people, places, and things, and my recovery never really stuck before. Like, I'd stay clean for a while and then I would relapse. It stuck this time because I exiled everybody out of my life. When I got clean back in 2020, I stopped talking to everybody. That was intentional. I was so done. I was just sick of everybody screwing me over. I was sick of being used. I was sick of knowing that everybody around me was two-faced. So when I got clean, I just left everybody behind and never looked back. And it was the best thing I ever did. the way to see recovery services enhanced and utilize the resources utilized properly would be to bring those patients in and to get their basic needs met first. So we're talking probably, I would say, 4 to 7 days of IV drips. They'll never do this. Those things are probably $400 or $500 a bag of saline plus the vitamins. You're gonna run you $600 nowadays. I did this during my detox when I got clean off of heroin. I actually paid out of pocket to get these IVs because I was so dehydrated, and I knew that I needed that. Drinking water was not enough, and when you're coming off of opiates or heroin, you can't really drink liquids, nor can you eat. I was so dehydrated. I went and paid to get those IVs in my arm, and I felt, y'all, I mean, it was literally revolutionary. Every day that I would get that IV, I would feel 50% better, because what that IV was doing was flushing my liver and kidneys and getting all of those toxins out of my bloodstream. It makes me sick that we let these patients suffer, knowing what I know now from my own study. It makes me sick to know that they charge $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 for a rehab, and that patient cannot get a bag of saline. I'm not joking when I say it's revolutionary. If they wanted to help patients, they would start giving them liquid IVs. Saline with vitamins immediately when they come through the door. Patient information, patient history, paperwork, IV. In that order. You want to see them recover? Start giving them medical care. Start acting like you care. It pisses me off. It infuriates me. I did that on my own. I think I went for 4 or 5 days. It was like $389 a day. It's extremely expensive. I also, the week prior to my detox, started taking magnesium and calcium. This is going to help with RLS, restless leg syndrome, which is huge for any kind of opiate addicts. Their skin will crawl. It feels like there's like ants all over you. I mean, it hurts. Your whole body hurts. All you can do is lay in bed and just roll around in pain, right? So I'd read online that magnesium and calcium could aid in this, and I started taking it a week before, and it helped tremendously. Like, literally, if I started to have the RLS, I could take magnesium and calcium. It was a pill that was combined. I think it was like 600 milligram pill or something. And the next day, my RLS would be gone. So if I took the pills the night before, the next day, I had no withdrawal symptoms from the RLS. So that, once again, this is revolutionary AF, and it's something as simple as a damn supplement. Do you know, I wonder what percentage of patients, I mean, that's literally one of the biggest withdrawal symptoms that patients have a problem with, that make patients relapse. It's the uncomfortability in their own skin when they're going through the detox. If we can get them once again over that hump, they will succeed. But most patients run for the door. The moment they start to have this uncomfortability, the sweats, the stickiness, the throwing up, the constipation, the shitting their brains out. I mean, you guys, I don't know if most people know, heroin withdrawals is one of the worst withdrawals to come off of hard substances. It's really crazy, you know, and I don't think magnesium, this type of magnesium and calcium, is expensive. What percentage of opiate patients have a problem with RLS when detoxing? 82%. How do we fix it, doc? Calcium and magnesium. So I started taking the calcium, magnesium. It worked. And the week prior to my detox, I also started taking a multivitamin, because I knew that I was going to go weeks without eating or being able to drink water, really. So I started drinking Ensure, electrolytes, Pedialyte, Gatorade. I had all of that stocked up before my detox. I bought like cases of it. I also bought 2 cases of yogurt, which was just like the Walmart brand, cheap, not Greek yogurt. It's like the American yogurt. It's easy to get down. It's really sweet, and it's got the little chunks of peaches and strawberries in it. And I would be able to force feed myself. Now, I wasn't able to do that until after I got the IV. But I would be able to force feed myself yogurt, and I think that's the only thing I ate for like a month. Yogurt, water, and Ensure, Gatorade, because you can't eat or drink anything. State-operated facilities, they bring a patient in, the patient's there for maybe a week, and then they kick them back out on the street. A week is not even long enough for the patient to detox. It takes about 28 days. And then they're still going to be going through absolute hell. We would like to see them stay for a good 90. That's to ensure that their recovery has a good, stable foundation. We have a treatment plan. We're working with their support to find them support through their support, you know, like their family, friends. It's just crazy. The state-operated facility in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, it's a shithole. It's an absolute shithole. I mean, it's disgraceful. I wish I had some of them Ray-Ban glasses. I'd go undercover and go in there and show y'all how big of a shithole it is. I can't do that. Patient privacy, HIPAA law. Lord, I'll get sued. I didn't even think about the other patients. I'm thinking about going in there and just to show y'all how big of a shithole it is. I wasn't even thinking about, Lord, have mercy. I'm going to get sued. So, it's crazy. It's disgraceful. And now they're putting them on Suboxone, which is even worse. You know, it's crazy. They take the Suboxone, they give them a script of that, and then they hit the street, and within a week later, they've done relapse back on heroin, and then they're coming back through the facility door by Christmas. I mean, I'm not exaggerating at all. I wish it was public information how many of those patients go through there. I would love to see. I bet they have at least one patient they see every month for 12 months. You know, like he comes in every single month. That's how much of a revolving door that place is. I know they got at least one patient that they see once a month that they've probably seen for years. Those places are shitholes. Nobody's recovering. Nobody's getting help. Most rehabs, too. I dated a guy years ago, and his parents sent him to one of them fancy-ass rehabs in, like, L.A. or somewhere. It might have been Florida. He relapsed weeks after coming back. They sent him back, and he relapsed again. And they paid tens of thousands of dollars to send him there. Yeah, there's so many things that we can do to get a patient comfortable, and they don't even try to do that at all. There's no medical care that's given. The best they might do is check your vitals. That's about it. You know, we want these people to detox. The best way to do that is to give them liquids. I mean, I understand you don't want people to have a cup because, I don't know why. I guess people are nasty and they leave them everywhere. But they could absolutely be giving these people water, Gatorade, some kind of, you know, fluids, and they don't even do that. I mean, it's crazy to say, but they do not. They literally just like rush them in the door, collect a little bit of funding, prop them up on their feet for 2 or 3 days, and then they send them back out on the streets. And they relapse and come back. And it's just a revolving door, and it has been for years, and these problems are getting worse because nobody wants to talk about these things. And now Trump, what a laughing stock. I mean, for real. I really had so much respect for him at the beginning of the year, and now I'm just so frustrated. I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted. I'm just disgusted. Extremely. So he signed this, like, homelessness bill today. It's a joke. You know, the news was like saying, oh, it's going to help homeless people. How? Let me tell you what the bill is for. So the bill is so that local and federal law enforcement can get in to property that's state or federal land, and they can clear all of these homeless encampments out of there. Homeless people have holed up in the woods. They've built like these half-ass shelters, or they have tents, or it's just like scrap wood that they've like built some kind of TP with. I don't know. Trump signed into action a bill stating that federal and local law enforcement could go into these encampments and take them apart and run the homeless people off. Y'all want to call some homeless shelters? I might do a whole segment on that next week. I might actually go ahead and like call around. I need to prove a point. You know, it's sad that people think that there's homeless shelters. It's sad that people think that there's tiny houses being built. It's sad that all of it's lies. It's all lies. I talked to some guy the other day and he was like, yeah, I saw on the news where they built some tiny houses. I was like, sir, they built like 10 of them. We have millions of people homeless. And the only reason that they built those houses was to show it on the news. It wasn't to actually help anybody. God. It's so frustrating to see things for what they are and to try, and you feel crazy trying to describe this shit to people because it sounds crazy when it comes out of your mouth. I know that it sounds crazy to say that they built those tiny homes in Greensboro, North Carolina just to put on the news, just to gaslight the public into thinking that there's resources when there's not, but they did it for donations. In my opinion. They can build those 10 little tiny houses for $2,000 a piece, spend 20 grand, showcase it on the news, and make $20 million in donations. And then the public thinks that all these homeless people are being helped. It's a win-win for the government. And only a certain amount of people would even qualify for those tiny homes. Not everybody. Not everybody qualifies for stuff like that. Even subsidized at low-income housing, I don't qualify. I do not qualify. I have to have children. It's just me. I'm also not elderly on a fixed income. It's just me. I'm a working age, able-bodied person. That's how the state sees it. I do not qualify for a damn apartment, nor would I want one. Y'all ever been to a subsidized, y'all ever been to low income housing? I have. I grew up over there. No thank you. I'd rather be in the damn woods with some peace, not having to worry about damn bullets coming through my damn bedroom window. Or shit missing off my front porch. People tell you to go put yourself in a worse damn predicament because they ain't never had to be in that predicament. And they really think that, and that's the problem. That's the problem. You shouldn't even be speaking on something unless you've been through something. Too many people drinking the Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? They got they head up in the Kool-Aid and don't know what the flavor is. For real. The amount of people that told me to go to a homeless shelter. I mean, it's crazy. I still have people talking about subsidized housing. I don't qualify, number one. And number two, I wouldn't want to be there anyway. It's just like a homeless shelter. Even if I found one, I wouldn't want to be there. It's dangerous. You're dealing with the worst of society. It is what it is. I mean, look at homeless people in your area. They're struggling. Why would I want to go around a bunch of struggling people that have mental health problems, substance abuse problems, violent offenders that are known in the community for being violent? That's what the homeless shelter is full of. You know why? You know why? Because we don't have proper mental health services nor addiction services. And our foster care system is broken. All of those things run together. So, and the Department of Corrections. All that runs together. Sure does. Sure does. So, you know, why would I want to put myself around that? Because I'm here to tell you, my criminal record says that I don't have the patience for that baloney. My criminal record says it would be a matter of minutes before I snapped. Part of my recovery is staying away from people, places, and things, because that helps me stay clean and that keeps other people safe. Because I don't have the patience for disrespect. I grew up in a very respectful home where my parents demanded it. It was non-negotiable. And I'm grateful for that now. But also at the same time, I'm out here living in a world with disrespectful folks, and I have to stay away from them. Was that bank situation not crazy? Can y'all believe that lady rolled up on me? The bank worker. This lady works at Truist Bank, rolled up on me yesterday. I still just... What the hell be wrong with people, y'all? What the hell be wrong with people? And they call me crazy. And if they don't get the hell out of here... I ain't crazy, man. I can be, but I ain't. I'm actually a very kind, sweet, compassionate person, if society would let me be. But then I can go from 0 to 100 real quick. I go from one end of the spectrum to the other. I'm either the sweetest, nicest pie you ever meet, or the biggest bitch you ever meet. And I don't even want to say bitch, more like the biggest monster you ever met. I'll chew your ears off like a pit bull. Full feral. Full feral. Not Will Ferrell, full feral. I will. I wonder... I hope I never have to, like, do that, but I do wonder, like, if the ear would come off like the nose would. Because, you know, the cartilage and stuff. I've never tried to bite somebody's face off, but I would. I sure would. Hell yeah, I would. If my life depended on it. Like Emma, the girl that was kidnapped from her job, and then she had to, like, fight. Yeah. If it was that type of situation, I would be going for eyes and nose with the mouth. Just bite. I'm not saying bite the gonads. Listen, you got to do what you got to do to this girl. I'm saying if you can't, like, kick them in the dick, then, like, bite their nose off. I don't know, the stalkers I be having, sometimes I feel like I have to prepare for stuff like that, because I be having some weirdos on the internet always out here acting crazy. So I'm fully ready to bite a nose or a dick off if I have to. Wholeheartedly ready. Oh, and I'm gonna play into it. I'm gonna be like, yeah, let me kiss it. The kiss of death. The kiss of death. Kiss of death, you know? That's what I was telling you ladies the other day. If it ever comes down to a spot where you're gonna be assaulted, sometimes you might, you know, if it's gonna go down, you might as well lean into it and get in a comfortable position where you can better defend yourself. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? You picking up when I'm laying down, you know? Yeah. Oh, there's a swing set too. What? Oh, it's so hot today. Hello. I don't know. I think a lot of people stay on drugs because it seems easier, you know? I feel bad for people. I think a lot of addicts never get to a place where they're ready to quit, and that's why they end up dead. Even when I started doing drugs, I was always trying to stop doing drugs. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I was young. I was probably, what, like 19? So, yeah. Yeah, I know. People are obsessed. It's weird. Thank you for telling me and not name dropping. I don't care about who's talking crap, you know? People are jealous. They hate themselves. Misery loves company. What, the one from the bank? That was crazy. That's blocking your comment because you said fat. That's so stupid. See what I'm saying? Like, YouTube is blocking that because you said fat. This has got to stop. That is censorship. Congratulations, James. Anyone being ignorant will be blocked. People get on my nerves, y'all. I just wish that, like, I could punch those people like that guy got punched by the cops. Damn, that was a good hit. Listen, as soon as they said that the officer had gotten laid off, I was like, damn, that was a good hit, though. I mean, he just... I said, damn! Let's see if I can see it. I said, what the hell? Knocked the hell out of him. And then he looks at the camera like he didn't do nothing wrong. Yo, it's hot. I watched it so many times. Yeah, I was really feeling bad for him because I thought that the sheriff's department was out of line. But then I saw the rest of the video and I was like, I know them cops down there. Like, I really do. Like, they're usually nice down there. You talk to them and they're cool. They're chill. You'll see them on the beach. You can shoot the shit with them. Like, remember that time that my tire got stabbed out by some lunatic and the cop showed up and sat with me the whole time? Like, he pulled the knife tip out of my tire and he was, remember that? That's all recorded, by the way. Yeah, they're usually chill down there. So to see, I mean, people have died. Charles Faggart, he died. They beat the hell out of him in county jail and killed him a couple months ago. So, yeah. Shit's happened. I think it's gonna just it's just how it is, though. Anytime there's humans, you're gonna have buffoonery because people are subjected to run off of their emotions and they have free will, and this is just human nature to see shit like this go down. I'm trying to see the video where they punched him, but I can't find it, which is crazy because they were everywhere day before yesterday and yesterday. Is he missing teeth or he just snaggletooth? Y'all, is he missing teeth or is he just snaggletooth? Did they knock his teeth out? If they did that shit, that's wrong. He at the very least deserves to have his smile fixed if they did that. I can't tell. I can't tell if he's missing teeth or if he's just snaggletooth. Yeah, I would love to work at a rehab. The problem is I'm a triple felon and they won't hire me. I've already tried. Every single rehab within a damn 100-mile radius of where I'm at right now, I've applied to. And they tell you that you need schooling. You got to have some 6 months certificate to work around here. And it might have been a 6 week. I think it was 6 months. It's called a drug counselor something. Certification? I don't know. Anyways. Oh, here it is. Did you see it? Come on, Karen. They're about to reach through and touch him. They break in the window. Holy shit. Got him. You've been touched by an angel. Oh God, you're in the arms of the angel. Fly away. Somebody please put that song over it. Oh God. Listen, I'm laughing because he's 22. We've all been his dumbass. If you were not his dumbass, I was this dumbass. I was actually pulled out the car by my throat. Yeah. A Honda Civic. That officer reached down in that car and he pulled me out by my throat with both hands. He literally had me dangling off the ground, choking me, telling me to spit some drugs. I was eating drugs. See, listen, I wasn't asking for sympathy. I was just telling you the story. I was wrong. Wrong. I was eating drugs. And he's like, spit it out. I didn't come here looking for sympathy. I come here to tell a story. And I told it. But he almost killed me. I thought he was going to kill me. I was so scared. I was like 20. Oh God, dude. I thought he was going to kill me. He was pissed when I got that damn baggie down my throat. And he's like, oh, you're getting a felony now. And I'm laughing in my head because that would have been like 24 or something, 25 other felonies if he would have got that cellophane. So, one felony over maybe 30, I'll take it, you know, which was the point. So, anyways, I was kind of like, oh, well. Yeah, you live and you learn. Hold on. One more time. Oh man, they didn't show it. I'm mad. Oh, did they already? Oh my God. He just jerked him out the car. Yo. Shit's wild. So they break the window. Damn. You know he was seeing stars. You see him like, what? He had that old Mike Tyson wobble like he was in the ring. He had to brace himself. He didn't even know where he was. He was in the arms of the angel. Oh God, listen. The next time he gets stopped by the cops, I bet you he'll comply. Shit, he's probably gonna be jumping out at them at school zones when he sees the cops. He's like, I'm complying. Oh God, I can see it now. And the traffic officer is like, sir, this is a school. I'm just directing traffic. Oh God. And he gonna get up there with Benjamin Crump playing the victim. His mugshot, y'all, his lip, y'all, they tore his face up. His whole lip is busted open in his mugshot. Got him. He'll think twice. You know, I mean. So the cop that punched him in the face, who should have been given an award, He actually was terminated. I don't agree with violence, and he shouldn't have been punched in the face. But it's a learning lesson. I think, if you haven't heard before, I think that when kids graduate from high school, when they're walking across the stage to get their diploma, I think they should be decked in the face and then handed their diploma, and we can just say, welcome to being an adult. This is your introduction to adulthood. Here's your diploma. Like, seriously, I wonder how many people off the jump would learn how to mind their business and follow orders. Bless his heart. What a dummy. He ain't gonna win shit, y'all. He was not compliant. He was driving on a suspended license. He had a bag of marijuana the size of Texas. And Benjamin Crump is out here doing, he works for the devil. He is the devil's advocate. Do you hear me? Oh, every time I turn around, he's got his hands, and it's always black people. Like, he is the attorney for the black folks. Like, listen, I don't make the rules. I just take the observations. I'm observant. I pay attention. Why has he got his hands in so much political race law? I mean, he is. He was over the Breonna, wasn't he over the Breonna Taylor thing, and then George Floyd, and like every civil rights? Is that what he is? Thank you, bronze, tatted to glazed. So he's a civil rights attorney. He's always got his hands up in some kind of, yeah, stuff. And it's always highly publicized too. Highly. And matter of fact, anytime there's some kind of situation like this that has to do with, and it's made about race, you know, anytime I see something like this and it's made about race, I'm expecting to see him too, because he just pops up out of nowhere ready to take every damn case he can get, as long as it's publicized and it's someone who's African American. In my experience, in my opinion, he probably damn makes good money, you know. Hey, Michaela. Y'all, I'm being so lazy today. I don't know if it's because I took too much melatonin last night, or if it's, I don't know. It could be my PMDD and the heat. Usually by now I'm ready to just like take on the world, and I did not want to get out of, like, I didn't want to get out of the woods today. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to lay there. I've been really depressed lately, you know. I mean, given the circumstances of homelessness, I guess it's to be expected. Ben Crump. Yeah. I wonder, who else is he? Let's see. Who all has Ben Crump represented? Ben Crump. Yeah, he was the lead of the George Floyd legal team. Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. Was that the guy that they chased down? And Ahmaud Arbery. Yeah, that was the guy that was just walking through the neighborhood. So I guess he has handled some good actual cases, because that Arbery case, that was a man that was out on a run, and all these crazy ass hillbillies hunted him down and shot and killed him in the damn street for no damn good reason. They thought that they were the neighborhood watch, and because he was black, they didn't want him walking through the neighborhood, and it ended with him dying. So it looks like Ben Crump has actually represented he represented the family in that situation. He also helped with the Flint water crisis in Michigan. It looks like he's done some good stuff. I mean, he is an attorney. They're paid to be crooked, so, you know, they don't have a track record for being the best people. When you can be bought and paid for, do you really have a soul at all? I don't think you do. And lawyers are complicit in evil. I don't make the rules. It's just the way that it is. Yeah, he's probably a millionaire. He just follows the money. Yep. Yeah. He probably makes a boat ton of it. Let's see what he's worth. What is Ben Crump's net worth? No, not Trump. What the hell? I swear to God. It says 5 million. I was expecting it more. Somewhere between 5 and 10 million, but it doesn't say for sure. Damn, is it almost 4 o'clock already? That's crazy. Do you pay me to respond? Do you pay? These people, y'all. They bring the worst out in me. They really do. I didn't know that I woke up this morning and started working just to damn sit here and answer some random stranger's questions. Call me crazy. I think that's crazy. Cheers. I haven't had any espresso today. None. So maybe that's why I'm slacking, because I haven't had coffee. It usually helps, you know. Coffee is a must. Hey! Hold on, homie. You're flying off the table. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Got a wedgie. Stuff's flying everywhere. I had fun in the gym, but I really couldn't get into it. I don't know what's been getting into me lately. It could be that I just haven't had espresso. So maybe I should go use the bathroom. I should chug this. Nope, I've already chugged that. Chug this. Caffeine. I'm going to use the bathroom. And then we're going to go for a bike ride. Now that my food's settled, we'll go play on the bike. What are you talking about? Oh, you're insane. Okay. You're insane. Because my job is online. Thank you. Sounds like a plan, Stan. Hey, Miss GT. I'm about to run. I got to go find the bathroom. And we're going to hang out. We're going to go try to work out today. Is it me, or does this shirt make me look fat? I look like a little boy. Probably because I am. No, I'm not. Let me not joke like that. They'll be saying, she has a penis. She has a penis. She said she had a penis. It's not police brutality. He was not following orders. They had to break the window to make sure he didn't have a weapon to get him out of the car and secure the scene. Sorry you're slow. Get a helmet. Life's hard. Hope you follow orders when the cops stop you, sweetheart. Otherwise, I'm gonna laugh when they punch you in the face, too. I can't wait to see that, Haley. Oh, I sure will. I sure will. You know, it's wild because if you look at my comments, I actually dropped in the comment section feeling bad for the kid because the video that I saw was the video of him recording himself right before they punched him. And then he got punched, and then they pulled him out the car and punched him again. If he would have got out the car the first 8 times they told him to, he might have a few more teeth in his head right now than he does. The law, listen, you're talking to somebody that was wrongly convicted of crimes that they did not commit. I went to jail for shit I did not do. Okay? If anybody should hate law enforcement, it should be me. The fact is that it is their job to make sure that everybody is safe at a scene like that. You not following directives leads them to believe that you're up to something nefarious. And if that leads to you getting shot and killed, that's your own damn fault. No one is above the law. We all have to do the same thing when dealing with them. Y'all want to talk about police brutality? You're talking to the queen of being pulled in a holding cell and having her ass beat by 5 or 6 officers at the same time. Some of y'all be coming here, y'all don't know who y'all talking to, honey. It's crazy. I hope he don't get a penny. I hope that his ass gets pulled again and he follows directives next time. Maybe that punch to the face will make him think. Maybe it knocked him silly. It looked like it did. He wobbled. He wobbled like he was standing up. You ever seen a boxer in the ring get hit and it like discombobulates them? It knocks them off their feet and they're wobbling. He had that wobble going, honey. It knocked his ass plumb silly. Oh, but did you die? People talking about you laughing about police brutality. Oh my God. No, I'm laughing at an idiot that don't know how to follow directives. See, y'all be missing the principle sometimes. The principle is he was driving around with no headlights on a suspended license with a bag full of weed, not following directives, being argumentative with the police, playing a game with his damn car door, and he's lucky he didn't get shot. And if he would have, I might be laughing about that. Shit. Sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, honey. This is the real world. His 22-year-old ass don't realize that he's living in it yet. I think since he got cold cocked twice, he might be a little more rational now until Ben come out the damn woodworks talking about some, I'll represent you. Now the kid thinks he has a leg to stand on. So will he learn anything? I don't know. If he doesn't, it's Ben's fault. And probably his parents too, because they didn't seem too intellectually inclined. And, you know, it is what it is. What did we learn today? Follow directives, turn on our headlights when it's raining. Oh, he also didn't have on a damn seatbelt, which was one of the other reasons they pulled him. It's like George Floyd all over again. Counterfeit money, drugs, eating drugs right in front of the cops with the body camera on. How many cases we gonna have to go through like this before people, you know, it's just gonna get worse. These situations are gonna get worse because people are getting dumber. Buckle in, folks. Lots of laughs coming soon. I'm sorry. I think it's hilarious. I do. I hope he learned something. All right, we're gonna catch up in a minute. I'm gonna go pee, and then I'm gonna jump on the other phone, and then we're gonna get through the damn heat. It's hot. It's like 100 degrees, homie. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with my lunch and me. It was pretty good. It wasn't too bad. It was just a little dry, but it's all right. Bye, Miss GT. Loyalty. Y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all later. Be safe.